Greed, global truth.
Everything. And it doesn't matter what platform you're operating on. It doesn't. YouTube has their rules. YouTube has their rules, right? And various other platforms have their rules. And you just have to treat it kind of like an HR department is kind of the way I look at it, right? Look at it like it's fully demonetized due to violations of the YouTube partner program, including ad-friendly guidelines and community guidelines. The Candace Owens channel has been suspended from the YouTube partner program. Now she can reapply in 90 days. She can reapply. She needs to go and see a man about a horse and learn to be nice and learn to play with people. But this is what's going on. Now, here is a screenshot of something that looks a little fishy. Little fishy. Says, we all know who it was. It was Karma. It's because you're a complete fruitcake. Cheryl says she's a complete fruitcake. Karma ain't happy. Suck it up. Stop being such a raving psycho. Karma will always be watching. And
well, listen, there's certain things that off the break, you can't say in my chat. So I'm gonna humbly time you out. Now, y'all know that I spoke on Candace Owens yesterday. I did a very epic reaction to the interview she had on Piers Morgan, where she was discussing various matters with Rabbi Shmuley. It was Michael Jackson's former rabbi, and she was pretty much speaking in regards to how Michael Jackson had that rabbi on a list for people who was causing him the most problems in his life. And she pretty much said some things that was interesting. I covered that particular broadcast, and not even 24 hours later, Candace Owens was pretty much banned from YouTube, I believe for like a week's time, and she was demonetized. And for those who know anything about the partner program, ad revenue, how all these things work, she was bringing in a substantial amount of finances based on her workload as well as her viewership. And she took that loss. And what I've done, of course, in the vein of being wise, took my video down and is going on Patreon. It's going to be exclusive for my Patreon members. There's a lot of people out there who are celebratory because of what happened to Candace. There's people who's happy to see her downfall. And that's not to say that she won't be able to, pick herself back up, or that's not to say that she's going to lose everything or lose anything for that matter. But, it is a very big inconvenience. And we need to really question the society we living in. When you have to walk on eggshells, where freedom of speech seems to be non and void, it is a repeated cycle that we tend to see in these circumstances. And first the finances, first it's the public image, and then it's the finances, and then what comes after that can be even worse. And I'm saying in a lot of these situations, but our prayers are out for Candace Owens. We're in support of what she's going through. We're not going to speak against any group of people. I'm not going to do any of that. Um, but we do realize that she's done a lot of very, very compelling journalistic work over the years. And, we're hoping things can pan out at the end of all of this. Well, let's go.
And someone down here put a link where they can like mass reporter. Cat Turd chimes in. You gotta love Cat Turd. He better watch out for the Haitian people up in Ohio.
So what happened was you know, I guess the people that had an issue with her, which we won't say who these people are, they posted something on Twitter giving access on this public forum for people to mass flag Candace. And that's what happened. She was mass flagged and, uh, you know, therefore removed, therefore banned, therefore, targeted financially. And that's really hitting somebody where it hurts for real. That's something that can be very difficult to deal with. And this is insane. And that's what Isazel says pretty soon. She more than likely will be apologizing. And yeah, this is what, gang stalking is like, organized mobbing. It can happen online. It can happen in the workplace, community. And that's what we're seeing right now. And the interesting part is in that interview that I seen. Let me make this clear. I haven't really watched much of her personal YouTube channel, but from what I witnessed on Piers Morgan's channel in that debate with Rabbi Shmuley, I seen a woman that was composed. I seen a woman who dealt in decorum in class. I seen a woman who rebutted her accuser several times, proving her accuser to be lying, blatantly lying, all the way through the debate. So, I don't know what was going on the channel to warrant or merit this, but it's a sad situation.
He calls YouTube a bad name, says you can say what you want on Rumble. JT, our ever-loving grumpy guy, says strikes have nothing to do with them destroying your ability to make money. One click, you're gone, unless you are the DW, the Daily Wire. Now, the Daily Wire, I'm not sure if the Daily Wire has came out with a statement about this, but we all know who runs the Daily Wire. And it seems like the Daily Wire does kind of get a pass on many things. Let's see here. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see if they have anything. Tomorrow, Ben Shapiro is going to be headed to Springfield, Ohio. He's going to a Haitian barbecue up in Springfield. The town is 60K, where roughly 20K Haitian migrants, newcomers, have been resettled. Okay. Let's see here. Blah, 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 blah. And about a horse and learn to be nice and learn Buttigieg likes. The climbing one, the climbing slippery pole.
So this is what Candace Owens post is. She says, there will be no show today, or at least this week. That's because YouTube has issued me a strike and a 1-week suspension for my sit down with Kanye. I didn't even know she had a sit down with Kanye. Quite interesting. So because, a lot of it has to do with her association with Kanye. And I am definitely a witness to the fact that when you speak on Kanye, give him a platform, I can tell you now he's pretty much been blackballed from a lot of platforms. And because myself, I also had a strike when I covered Kanye, and I had to take my material to Patreon. And not only am I going to be taking my material to Patreon, I also have a Rumble account And it's about time that I begin to put certain information over there. And like I said, the video that I just recently did on Candace Owens, it will also go on Patreon, which I will share right now in the chat. And if you would like to join my Patreon to see those type of videos, because I have videos on Kanye as well. You know, I've covered a lot of these things. These things definitely pique my interest, and it's important to discuss. And if you want the ins and outs and really want to understand what's going on, you know, then definitely support that on another platform. But she goes on to say, they also removed the interview as hate speech. Of course, she said she was mass reported by certain people. Uh, she says their tactics never change. So there we have it. Uh, it says YouTube does not allow content containing conspiratorial claims that individuals or groups are evil. So now we know what they're specifically talking about when they say that. Um, so I just don't understand. So if you say a group of kidnappers are evil, is that breaking guidelines? You know, um, it's a lot of gray areas there. You got to be careful what you say on this platform. I decided to, definitely maneuver in wisdom, but we know 101s know what's going on, and you know where to find my material on this. Uh, like I said, patreon.com/new breed. I will be uploading that video there. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all over there in case you have not seen my coverage on the monumental, historical Candace Owens interview. I will be headed over that way. There will be a lot more content coming to Patreon as well as Rumble based on some of the things I see going on these internet streets. So if you want to show your support, you know where to find me. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all at Patreon. Y'all have a blessed one. With that being said, shalom and peace.